All right, this is Chuck Williams, and this is our Sunday night leadership call. I want to welcome Kwangsoo Shin out in LA on the call. Another great leader, somebody I look up to and allow to mentor me in this business. So I'm glad he's on the call with us. Look forward to his insights. Tonight, I really want to focus on the last 2 weeks of the February frenzy, and I wanted to encourage everybody to go for the prize. There's a $200 prize. There's a $500 prize and a $1,000 prize, total of $1,700. You do need to be registered for celebration, but as a leader on this call, I'm pretty sure you are registered for that. At least I hope so. And if not, let's talk afterwards because I want to make sure you understand the absolute importance of major events like this for your long-term success. There are three major events in the Cepeda world. There is Express University, there is Celebration, and there's NYKO. Those are the three big events. Now, the Cepedas are also having a Super Saturday on March 17th. It's more of a local regional event. I'm actually talking to some people here in the St. Louis area about making a road trip to go to that event, but that's not one that we expect people to really travel in for the most part. But those other three events, if you're really serious about this as a business, those are three events you really need to be at. Now, when I say need to be, it's not a job. Nobody can force you to do anything. But it's at those events where you really keep your belief level high. It's at those events where you make decisions. And it's at those events where you learn the things you need to know to be successful in this business. So I know most of you that I saw coming onto the call tonight, and most of you that will take the time to listen to this recording, you are serious about this as a business. So I want to encourage you, do whatever it takes, make the commitment, buy your ticket, and then start to figure out how. If it's a matter of finances and how to pay for it, you need to earn some money in your business to pay for it. This is a business. Sell something. If short term you're having a little trouble selling the Isagenix, sell something around the house. Craigslist, whatever. And again, I'm not going to go to an event campaign tonight, but I do want to tell you that I've never seen anyone succeed big time in this industry without attending the major events. And so I'd be doing you a major disservice as a leader if I didn't tell you it's that important. So we want you to succeed, and so do it. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about several things. I'm going to shotgun a little bit, and I'm going to turn it over to Kwangsoo for any final comments to bring me back on the rails if I need to be brought back on the rails. But Kwangsoo and I have a lot of new people started lately, and I am really spending a lot more time helping new people get off to a good start. I used to plug them in, tell them jump on the Cepeda calls and expect that to do it. And it takes a little more than that. And so if you go to teamofhope.com, which is a blog that I've put together to educate people and have resources available, because there's so much information with Isagenix. I was just trying to have a place where people can go to get the basics. So the main page on teamofhope.com is our calendar of events. And that's really, really important. We'll cover that in a little bit. But the page you're looking at right now is something I just did Friday of last week for a brand new person. And I was just kind of putting the absolute basics together for that brand new person. And so the first thing is I recommend they go to teamofhope.com and review that first page that I put together. Because that first page, literally, in my opinion, has everything you're going to need to build a successful business. It's going to give you access to bsetfreelife.com. It's going to give you the getting started right. It's going to show you the videos to use. It's the schedule of Zoom calls, Monday night, Wednesday night, Saturday, noon Eastern time. Everything I believe that I know of that you need is right there, first page, teamofhope.com. Now, some people like the Cliff Notes. They don't even want to go to the whole page and review that whole page. So I try to boil it down to, in my opinion, the top three things. If I was going to get a brand new person, I'm going to say, look, Chuck, I got limited time, 8 to 10 hours a week to build this business. What do you recommend I do to prepare myself and hit it hard? And so to me, the most important thing is the morning Cepeda calls. And I've been teaching that for a whole year. I've plugged into it. I've never been in my 20 plus years in this industry with an organization that has a structure like the Cepedas have put together. Now, we do have people on the West Coast that get up super early and get on that call. I know that is above and beyond the call of normal duty. It's 5:30 in the morning for those of you on the West Coast, so that's tough. They do record these on a regular basis, though. So if getting up that early is not on your plan, which I don't blame you if it's not, you need to find a time that you can just regularly schedule to listen to the recording. and you may have to, they average about 30 minutes a call. So you're looking at about 2.5 hours a week for these 4 calls. The Thursday Christian-based motivational call is great. The Monday call is how to set up your week and how to start your business. Herb and Patty Cepeda do those a lot of times. Tuesday is a product call, and there's a Sunday night product call, and there's a Tuesday morning product call. I highly recommend you get used to really using those for your own edification, but also to promote to your team so they know there's where they go to get their answers for product-based questions. We just got off the call with Jeremy, who does the Sunday night Cepeda product call. So those are 2 really important calls that you need to get your new customers plugging into. 85, 87%, I've heard a couple different numbers there, of the people that get an Isagenix are just customers. And I never like to say just customers because we love our customers. They're the backbone of this company, and they're why we can build a huge residual income. So plug your customers into the Sunday night and the Tuesday morning calls, both put on by the Cepedas. Powerful, powerful calls. Wednesday is a contacting and inviting call. And that's really where the rubber meets the road. You can set up your week like we do on Mondays. You can know all about the product. But if you're not out there contacting people, adding people to your list, and then inviting them to get exposed to Isagenix products and the opportunity, you're really not in the business. So Wednesday is a very, very important call. Renee, I have a little trouble with the last name. What is it, Diane Schreiber? Renee is the one who's been doing the Wednesday morning call last couple of weeks, and she is a master at contacting and inviting. And that's really what you want to get good at, those skills right there. So Wednesday is a great call for that. And then Friday is your compensation Friday. Kwangsoo did a great job going through the details of some of the bonuses and some of the bonus pools and how to structure your business this past Saturday on his call that he does on Saturdays. That's not the kind of call that Herb and Patty normally do on a Friday. Herb Cepeda on a Friday normally talks more at a higher level, more of a why Isagenix compensation plan really is the best. Because here, let's face it, if you're out there contacting people about this business and you're out there putting yourself out there, you're going to get approached a lot about other businesses. People are going to come back to you and say, oh, yeah, I'm glad to see you're doing Isagenix, blah, 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 but here's what I've got. It's better. And it's really important that you understand why Isagenix really is the best thing out there. And it's not just somebody on stage telling you that, hoping you believe it, hoping you don't go out and check. If you really understand compensation plans at a high level for the new person, the person that's building their business, and the person that's achieved great success and has a huge team, nothing compares with Isagenix. Kwangsoo has a lot of experience. He's done really, really well with a couple of companies. I've got a lot of experience. I've done well with several companies. I'll tell you, in all my experience, I've never seen anything like the Isagenix compensation plan. It really rewards you for doing what we're paid to do, which is use the product, share the product, and then help other people become consultants. And if you just keep doing that right there, just keep repeating that right there and teaching your team to do that, you'll go all the way to the top in this compensation plan. Very, very powerful. So Fridays are a very, very important call. So that's the number one thing. If I'm training a brand new person, I want them to get plugged into the morning calls. They have to go to besetfreelife.com and register on that site. Once they register, they can actually plug into the text alerts. And then every morning they'll get a text alert reminding them of the call, which is very helpful. And then just get on that call. The first time you get on, or maybe the second, whenever they find your name and they don't have a name associated with it, they'll ask you your name and who enrolled you. You simply give them that information. They'll put you in the database, and you'll not be asked that question again. Powerful call. I can't emphasize it enough. I highly recommend it. It's the number one thing I recommend for brand new people. Number two is the 3 or 4 Zoom meetings that we as a team do each week. Monday night is a product Zoom-based call. Wednesday night is more of a business call. I'd say the last 3 Wednesday nights have been 3 of the best calls I've ever been on. Herb and Patty did it about 3 weeks ago. Jessica Johnson and Murray Miller, they did it like 2 weeks ago. And then Murray and his daughter Chelsea did it this past Wednesday. And all 3 of those calls, you get a prospect on that call, and they're joining your business. I mean, they're going to literally, if they don't join your business, they've got zero interest in being an entrepreneur. So those calls are top notch. And again, I'm coming from a perspective of having seen and been on calls for a long, long time, having done them. that Wednesday call, you want to use that. That should be the pillar of your week as far as getting prospects and brand new associates. If you're not using that call to get them in, get your brand new people on that call so they can really get their belief level up and then bring people to that. And then a couple secondary calls. You've got my own call on Thursday afternoons. It's 3:30 p.m. Eastern, and it's really for the team over in the UK. So as you start to build in Europe and places where the time zones are convenient, that 3:30 p.m. Eastern call works really well over in the UK, New Zealand, the Netherlands. It's their PM. It's a good time for them on Thursdays. And then Saturday, I've had a couple conflicts the last couple Saturdays, but that's one of my favorite calls of the week where you get to hear from Kwangsoo Shin, and he brings a very unique and powerful perspective to the business. And I got to tell you, I've watched him for a year now. I'm not just saying this because he's here. I always speak the truth. It's been kind of cool to watch him evolve in Isagenix and really start to get his hands around what he's got here with Isagenix. And you can sense it. This year is going to be really, really special. And he's going to help a lot of people make a lot of money. And he's offering to help all of us. That's what's so cool. I mean, he's just a giving leader, and he's got a wealth of knowledge. His belief is so high, and he knows what's going to happen as we open up Korea and other markets. And he's just basically allowing people to get involved with us as we move forward. So I really encourage the Saturday noon Eastern call. Again, all these are listed at teamofhope.com front page right there for you. Another call that I highly recommend, I recommend this to all the people I get involved in business, cross-line in my organization, is the daily Isagenix for Life, Stan Yago's Healthy Happy Hour. I got to tell you, I've learned more about the product listening to that call, more about health in general, but it really increases your belief level when you're talking to somebody. When you listen to an expert like Stan Yago go through the issues that people deal with, but then give you every week, every day, he talks about how Isagenix is the solution. And he goes through his 20 years of experience and how he's had to use multiple companies to try to piece together what Isagenix has given us. It's a phenomenal call. And we've had a lot of people get on that call and start to get themselves educated about health with no intention of them getting in Isagenix. We had that intention, but they didn't. But as they start to learn about the health issues that are out there and the solution that Isagenix provides, they ask us, hey, how do I get started? I want this product. So I highly recommend that. So those are some of the really key components. Those are number 1 and 2 right there. And then the last thing is the Sunday night training call right here at your arm. Because every week, Kwangsoo and I are going to come to you with the biggest, most important things for your week. This week, in my opinion, it's the February Frenzy. There's 2 weeks left, and there's no reason that all of us on this call should, number 1, be registered for a celebration coming up in Nashville, and number 2, earn at least $200, $700, or $1,700 towards that event. Now, if you want to go for that this week, I want to hear from you. I know Kwangsoo wants to hear from you. Just get with us, and we'll put together a game plan. It's going to take some exposures, obviously, but we'll put together a game plan to help you achieve that goal. Whether it's getting to the 5, or if you're already there, getting to the 8, or getting to 10, whatever the number is that you're striving for, we're going to help you do it. You got 2 weeks, but you can't wait till last minute. You can't wait till last weekend. You got to start Monday. Monday you start, and you hit it hard, and you get as many as you can. Diane and I had our weekly meeting today, and we want to hit that 10 sales for the full $1,700. And so to do that, you've got to get a certain number of sales up front. So you start and you work your way forward. So Kwangsoo, I got several other things I want to cover, but on those topics, anything you want to comment on, sir?
No, go right ahead. You're doing fine.
All right.
I echo everything.
Appreciate you very much. Okay, let's go again. You can find this in different places. I just happen to use the Team of Hope as kind of my go-to place. You got the February promotion. It's right here under the February blog archives. So teamofhope.com, February promotion, and then you can hit right here where she's got the link set up. That's the link that Patty Cepeda sent us, that it gives you the details from Isagenix on the February Frenzy. So you can watch this cute little video they did, but you come down here and get the details. Kwangsoo is kind enough to look up and contact corporate to verify that you do have to be signed up for Celebration to have a ticket in order to win all these prizes, even the $200 cash, the $500. It's all based on you having a ticket. So Kwangsoo, you want to address that real quick, what you found out?
Yes, I was told differently before, so I called the customer support back, and they confirmed that you do have to have a ticket by March 4th. You have to buy the ticket by March 4th in order to be qualified to winning this prizes.
Yeah, I got to tell you, if you're a leader on this call, I don't think there'll be tickets available after March 4th. They're getting down. Last I heard, there's less than 1,000 tickets left. And once you start getting down to that level, leaders start to buy up extra tickets. So as they bring people on board throughout the remaining months before the event, they've got tickets available for their people. So I think the last 1,000 tickets will go very, very fast. So if you're listening to this recording and you're serious about your business, you want to go get your ticket, you simply go into your back office, up where it says order product. One of the things is you can view events, and you order your ticket right there in your back office. If you got any questions, get with the person who invites you, and we'll help you get that ticket placed. Very, very important. All right, now I'm going to go fast here, but I know you can keep up with me, and it's a recording, so you can always go back if you need to. Backer Team of Hope. If you come down to, by the way, Murray and Chelsea, the recording of that presentation for last Wednesday is right here. There's 10 Zoom presentations right here for you. Those are 10 of the Monday and Wednesday night calls right there for you. Kathy Coover talks about how to tell your story. I did a training on this when I came back from Achievers Summit with Eric Worre teaching this. Kathy Coover basically just took what Eric Worre taught us, and it's been taught in this industry. She probably taught it initially, and Eric stole it from her. I don't know. But anyway, Kathy Coover goes through how to tell your story and how to keep it short. Again, right there on teamofhope.com. But what I want to share with you right now is this weight loss value pack. Now, Herb Cepeda leads with the Ultimate Pack. And I'm not going to go against him as a leader because he is the man. So I always mention the Ultimate Pack, but I tend to gravitate towards the value pack. I'm not letting people get off easy buying anything less than a value pack anymore, because now, after a year, sorry it took me so long, I totally get the value of this value pack. I mean, it is by far such a superior value that you're not doing people a favor by letting them get the 30-day system, which we now call the basic pack. You know, if you're letting them get that and not spend a little bit more and get the value pack, they're going to get so much more for it. So again, if you go to the blog, teamofhope.com, under the February blog archives, if you click on this one that says weight loss value pack, kind of took some of what, this is what the company sent us. I see Daniel C., one of our up-and-coming leaders down in Florida. He bought a value pack. Now, he didn't buy a value pack when he first came in, because as a leader, I wasn't strong enough to really promote it as well as I should have. But as he's been on the calls and he's learned, he's like, hey, you know, I'm getting one of those. And so he went in and actually ordered one for himself, even though he's already in the business, which, Daniel, that was just, in my opinion, ingenious. Good job. So when he did, I got a copy of this letter telling me that some of my team just ordered a value pack, and it kind of just walks you through what's in the value pack and why it's so beneficial to that person. And then down here at the bottom, I actually took this from the corporate team. Value pack includes, and then it's just all the things that the value pack includes. And so I encourage you, if you're in the business and you did not initially order a value pack, that you get one, and you do it this week or next. And just the sooner you do it, the better for you. And the reason for that is there's so much tremendous value. Also, if you haven't bought your celebration ticket, you definitely want to get a value pack before you get the celebration ticket, because you got a $75 off coupon right here with your value pack. So let's just walk through this real quick. I'm not going to take a lot of time because we try to cover this on presentations, but this is a training call. I want you to get the value of this pack. First of all, you get a blender, and they put a value of $40 there. I think it's worth more than that, but maybe that's what it costs to buy one by itself. So if that would be the proper value. But if you've got an office situation or somewhere where you can show off that blender, it's a high quality looking blender and it's a marketing piece. So that's nice. Then you get the 1-year memberships included. So instead of your person buying the 30-day system, which we now call the basic pack, and having to pay the $39 or the $29 if they get on the auto replenishment, that's included in the value pack. So immediately, right at the top of the bat, you're saving $29 right there. They're getting 2 friends or family coupons that they can sign up 2 people and waive their membership fee. So every once in a while we come up with a free membership code. Well, when you buy a value pack, you get 2 codes. Now, if you're bringing your new people in with a value pack, they don't need that code for the free membership because it's included in the value pack. But they use your code and they get $29 off their cost. So you're saving your new people $29. So it makes it really easy for a new person to get their first 2 customers. Whether they get the 30-day system or the value pack or the ultimate pack, whichever one of the 3 they get, it helps them. So it's powerful. Plus, you get a $25 product coupon towards your next purchase. You can use that with your auto ship, or you can use it with a standard purchase. It's a $25 coupon. I actually don't know how you'd use it with your auto ship, so you probably got to place an order with it to get that $25. If somebody knows how to use it with your auto ship, let me know. But you might have to place an order. And then the one I really want to get to, and the reason I want you to order your value pack right away, if you don't have your celebration ticket, is you can use this event coupon towards your celebration ticket and save yourself $75. Now, if you already have a celebration ticket, you can buy another one, use the coupon, and assign that ticket to someone on your team, and then have that person on your team PayPal you the amount you paid for it. That's powerful. So think like a business owner and get extra tickets. So as you bring new people on that didn't have a chance to buy a ticket because it sold out, and they came on after March 4th or whenever it sells out, you have some tickets available for those leaders. Powerful. All right, lastly, some different things are included in the value pack that are not included in the 30-day system. Some meal replacement Isolene bars. You get a whole box of those. Pick the flavor you want. You get e-shots, a box of e-shots. You get additional clean support products like the Isa Delights and the Whey Thins. You get greens. I mean, this pack is just loaded. In fact, I broke it down. I was helping somebody make a decision this weekend. And so the 4 things that are highlighted come in the 30-day system. All the other things here come with the value pack. Now, if you bought all these things individually, you'd be spending, I think it's like $748, something like that. There's like a $740 value. You get it for $589. And that $589 doesn't even count the fact that $75 coupon towards an event. That's free money to you. It really makes sense. The vitamins, the complete essentials with Isagenix, that's a $140 value alone, and you get it with the value pack. Again, I can't say enough, and maybe you think I already have, but I'm sold on the value pack. There's none of my customers coming on without me pushing this pack for their good, not mine, not for the extra little PIB I'm going to make or double PIB. I'm serious. That's not the reason. The reason is it's what's best for them. It's going to give them the best experience and the best chance for them to succeed. Kwangsoo, anything you want to share on the value pack?
Yes, that $75 discount for the event ticket, it only applies to a full price ticket. So right now it's in discounted prices. It won't matter. Okay, so that's something that you need to be noted. And as far as value pack is concerned, so I've enrolled 5 people January, and I'm going to enroll another 5 or 10 this month. They're all value pack because this. I ask, hey, do you want to make money? And I say, yeah, I do want to make money. Do you want to make a lot of money? Yes, I do want to make a lot of money. Okay, then this is what you do. So it's like, if they just are interested in buying products, whatever, and I don't care if they buy whatever, but if they want to do the business and they want to make a lot of money, this is what you have to do. And I come across so convincing that they think this is something they have to do, and they do. So it all depends on how you present it and what kind of a belief you have in the system. Because big difference between how you duplicate with a value pack versus 30 days. I mean, it just amount of money you make and the amount of volume you create, a huge difference. So Peta is going for the ultimate pack, and I offer that too. I mean, do you really want to make a lot of money? You can afford it, yeah. Because I have some doctors now coming in. I signed up like 3 doctors. It's incredible. I don't even know them, anyway. But I signed them up through the social media, and they can afford it. So now I'm just going to tell them, hey, listen, just go to the ultimate pack. It's just simpler, easier. and your friends can make it, can afford it, so you can duplicate. So, and if you compare to other companies like Secret and Nu Skin, I wrote a check for 5,000 when I joined in 1995. You know, so this is nothing. It's business. If it's a business, it's nothing. Just
Good
going to
point.
Costco. You know, whenever you go to Costco, it costs you $500, right? Because you're loading up for the meal. I'm loading up for the 20 meals plus. So 500, 600 is not a lot if you think of it that way. It's not an investment. It's something that you're going to use next 20 days or 30 days. So that's my 10 cents.
Excellent. Always appreciate your feedback. The other thing I want to share, and then I'm going to open up to questions and comments from other leaders, is basically, you know, what videos we're showing people. Now, I highly recommend the ISA Tools app and the desktop for the ISA Tools. It's $14.95 a month to get the desktop and the mobile app version of ISA Tools. I like it so much because it's got all my videos, PDFs, everything I want to do for marketing my business. And I also get notified when the person watches my video. I like that. If that's not important to you, you can just send them to isamovies.com, and then your movies are right here, and that's fine. But I personally like the ISA Tools app, which is this one here. You simply log in, and you can pick your videos. This is the desktop version. I also use the mobile app a lot. You come up here to Prospect, it's got all your digital media. It's a phenomenal tool. And so basically, this Transform Your Life video is the one I use if the person is 35 years or older. 35 years or older, I'm using the Transform Your Life. If they are under 35, I use this, the Profession for the Next Generation. It's also the Start. Depends on where you find it. It's either Start video or the Profession for the Next Generation if they're under 35, so 18 to 35. So those are the two main videos I use. The other video I'll use with a brand new person is the BeSetFreeLife.com site. Now, this is the site I used exclusively in the beginning to build my business. I would send people here. I'd have them click on the big play button in the middle up here to watch this video, and great results. The only thing I don't like about this site is it's Herb and Patty Cepeda's site, and so I got no feedback when they went there, when they watched the video. I had to really follow up more closely than I do with the ISA Tools, which notifies me when somebody watches the video. But those are the videos I use up front. So our job, in my opinion, is to get people interested, and you got to do that by learning how to share your story. That's why that story and Kathy Cooper's training on learn how to tell your story is so important. You got to learn how to tell your story. That generates interest, and then you share a video. You share a tool. After that, you want to do a three-way call. Get with someone who's having success and use one of us to do your three-way call. I like to set new people up and tell them 4 or 5 people that they can do three-way calls with. I've done it many times. Give them 3 or 4 people that I trust, that I know are doing the do, and let them know that they can do three-way calls with these people. And then you've got the big Zoom calls we talked about as additional follow-up. So that's kind of what I want to cover tonight. I hope that's been helpful for you. I want to pause the recording here.
Been saying all this time, it is very important to be part of all this Zoom and, you know, be part of the calls and things like that. But with the purpose of doing that is to recruit. So I've seen a situation where people are just going through all kinds of participations and they have no time to recruit. That's not what we want to do, right?
Correct.
I mean, so you have to, so this is a business, and this is business of recruiting customers and business partners, right? There's nothing else. This is it. So all the activities we're doing is to do that. So don't go out and participate in all these activities and have no time to recruit. You have to set aside to recruit. That's the main thing. And then the others. So I just want to kind of make that clear, because I had some, the teammates was complaining that they're just too busy going from here to here to here to here there, and then listening to all these things, and then have no time to recruit. And that's not what we want.
That's great input. These Zoom calls are for you to bring your prospects to. They're not for you to come and keep soaking up the knowledge yourself. In this business, you want to go, learn, and grow. You don't want to be sitting back, learn, and never go. You got to go. You got to get out there. You got to start sharing. And the main thing I think is learn to tell your story. That's probably the most important thing for people is to learn to tell your story. Learn a few other key stories that you feel comfortable with. Learn Jessica Johnson's story. Learn Chelsea Miller's story. Learn Kwangsoo's story. Learn Herman Patty's story. Learn the stories are the key. You bring the stories up, you talk, and then that's going to create interest. The interest, you go to work, you prospect. You just give them the videos, you do three-way calls, and then your last step on the Zoom calls and the major events, but let us help you. So let's put the hammer down 2 weeks and really get your year off to a good start. It's going to be a phenomenal 2018. God bless y'all. Thank you for coming tonight, and we'll see you at Celebration in Nashville, if not sooner.
Thank you, Chuck.
Oh, Chuck, I'm putting together another VIP visit to our office, March 22nd. So I haven't got a confirmed date yet, but that's the kind of date I'm shooting for.